Hello, and welcome to Game 2 of this evening's series in the Super Metroid multi-category tournament. Today, we've got PapaSchmo versus MrGuyAverage Game 2 in low percent ice. Game 1, MrGuyAverage took in 100%, and now PapaSchmo has picked low percent ice for Game 2. If he takes the win, then we'll be going on to Game 3, which will be randomly selected between the 3 unpicked categories. And if MGA takes this game, then he'll be awarded the 2-0 victory. My name is Cartridge, and with me is TG Derp. How you doing, Derp?
Pretty good. Just saw game 1. They had to pick up all the items. Now we're doing the opposite, going to be picking up as few items as we can. Turns out that without major glitches and or usage of left plus right, which is not possible on regular hardware, that number is 14 items. We're specifically running the variant that grabs Ice Beam because A, it's faster, and B, that's what's in the rules. That's the one you have to pick up.
Yeah. Tournament specifically stipulates that runners must do low percent ice, can't do low speed or anything, but low speed is slower.
No X-Ice, no Ice Booster.
Importantly, no chargeless.
Also no chargeless.
Why? Because we hate fun.
We as in SRC mod circa 2019.
Well, that's that. Like, chargeless is chargeless. I'm talking about we specifically require low ice in the tournament because I decided that.
Wow. Well,
I love hating fun as a tournament admin. It really just brings me joy every day.
fortunately, or unfortunately, I guess, I think most people would say low ice is the most fun, low percent anyways, so not too much is lost there, believe it or not. But yeah, do you want to elaborate on why there are 14 items in low percent?
So, when you get to the ship at the end of this game sequence, the game checks if you have 14 items, and if it doesn't, then it sends you back to the ship at the start of the game, and you have to do the whole run over again. That's actually a lie. But
I don't think this is true.
Yeah, this is misinformation. But the actual reason is because we need Morph to go around the game and play Super Metroid, you know. We need missiles, supers, and power bombs to get missiles specifically to get past the early bit of the game, supers to open green doors, and power bombs to open yellow doors. We need 10 missiles and 10 supers to kill Mother Brain 1 at the end of the game. We need Charge Beam to kill bosses. We need the Varia Suit to traverse Norfair. And we need Gravity Suit to traverse Meridia. We need 300 tanks to survive Rainbow Beam. And we need Ice Beam to get past the Zebs, to get past Pre-Watch Moon, and yeah, that's it. That's actually all we need Ice Beam for. But it very much helps with boss fights and Metroids and a few other strats. So it's a really neat category. And it has a lot of intense boss fights and really neat movement that we don't get to see in a lot of other places.
Technically, you don't need ice for Zeb skips. There's some hilarious things you can do that are would be very miserable if you had to do them in low percent, but fortunately you need the ice anyways to get through Batuan Hallway, as previously mentioned.
Yeah, there is the speed Zeb skip, which is literally just this category, but you replace ice with speed. There's also the X-ray Zeb skip, but that uses out of bounds, so it's banned. It also requires X-ray, shockingly enough.
Believe it or not.
Yeah. Actually, X-ray climbed to the top of the room and walk over the Zebs, but it's actually really stupid because of many factors. And then the other terrible thing is 10 missile Zebs, which is horrendous.
Yeah, and your initial thought might be, I mentioned low percent ice was the fastest of the reasonable low percent categories, which is really just low ice and low speed. You might think that Speed Booster would be the faster one of the two, but it turns out that is not the case because Ice Beam provides a lot more damage for your beam. So some of the late game bosses, which take a while even with just charge and ice, take much longer with just charge. It's a 200 shot Ridley and Mother Brain fight. Obviously, Ridley's supplemented a little bit with some ammo, but the Mother Brain fight is pretty much just 200 shots.
Yeah.
And
the other kicker for low speed is that you have to do a bunch of the front terrain over again because you only have 5 power-ups. You have to use those power-ups to kill the Metroids. So for humans, at minimum, you need to reload terrain at least once, which is quite a significant chunk of time because you have to do that and then farm power-ups and come back.
Even once is pretty insanely lucky, but
it's not insane. Like you need 1 power bomb drop out of 4 in M1, then you need 1 power bomb drop out of 3 in M3, which is like very good luck, but it's not insane.
I guess.
At least that's my opinion. But yeah.
The point is that low ice is faster, and as previously mentioned, the required route for this tournament.
Yes. But yeah, the funny thing is that low percent you can't really take safeties by getting extra items like you can in RBO. The safeties you can take are saves, and that's really it. So, yeah.
Yeah, I'm interested to see how many saves the runners will take, if any. So we see, once again, MGA having a cleaner early game. It's able to get the 1 cycle BT. And general, slightly better movement than PapaSchmo.
Yeah. Generally, that's just how it has looked throughout the series. But yeah. Gonna be seeing a bunch of standard early game stuff. They will be doing Fantune first. So we're gonna be missiling the pirates to preserve the health. PapaSchmo jumping over that waiver, so missiles for a little bit, but does not take a hit, which is the important part.
Yep, turns out taking the 60 damage from running through all the pirates is not advisable when you're going into fight Fantune without a refill in between.
Yep.
As
MJ
didn't grab the missile and then took damage.
Oh, this is...
So this could get bad.
Okay, he got lucky. He
actually needed both of those. I don't know what happened.
Yeah, I think he just did not play the game properly.
Well,
PapaSchmo also not having a great Greenburn elevator. So we're just giving the runners shambles.
Yeah, MJ did get very lucky. Those guys can drop health if you are not full health, and I think it's technically more likely to drop health than missiles, but I might be wrong on that.
I don't know. I think it's like roughly a coin flip, but I also, as mentioned, don't know. So,
well, even at a coin flip odds, that's still winning 2 coin flips. Only at 25% for MJ to not be in shambles.
Yeah, well, he just have the 1 more at the bottom of the room, and then he is actually in shambles.
Yeah, but luckily,
anyways, now the runners need to skip charge missile, which is
the hardest trick in the run.
Absolutely. All right, MJ does it. Let's go. See if PapaSchmo can do the same.
Yep, the runners are going to be forced to pick up the second missile pack, and therefore their only other missile they're allowed at Moat. So they can't pick up that one. Also means they'll be doing Fantune with 10 missiles rather than the 15 you would see in New Route Any Percent, which is a little bit more difficult, especially if you're going for a 2-round.
Indeed.
Quite.
Yeah. I guess if you get charge missile, in theory what you could do is, well, if we didn't ban it, is you could just switch to low speed and do KPDR route. Or KPRD.
I guess you could do that, yeah.
KPRD, grab speed, then spark over Moat. Or you could Beast's Reign and skip Moat Missile. But if you're going to do that, you should just run 515.
All these fancy low percent routes that are slower, so nobody does them.
Yeah. Well, so Stream has low speed record with 515.
Yeah, and that's slower than low ice.
Oh, well, true. I was just thinking for its own category. But yes, you are correct.
PapaSchmo took a little bit of damage here in Hellway. Gonna farm up just a bit. Make sure he's nice and healthy going into the Fantoon fight. MGA did not opt to save here. This is not one of the more difficult parts of the run, but it's still a little bit challenging doing this Fantoon fight on 10 missiles. MGA's got it though.
I believe.
I believe.
Yeah, low ice is like it's just good. It's a scary category, especially in a race, because if you die once, then you basically need your opponent to die in order to catch up that time. But MJ gets across the moat first try with an HBJ, so
that was close. You got there.
Got there in the end.
I mean, any moatless moat is a good moat. Those string of words made sense.
Wise words, I was going to say.
I know what I'm saying, trust me. PapaSchmo actually took a little bit of time to farm the crabs there, but they both dropped power bombs, which is a little bit unlucky. I was hoping for some more health. But also not going to get the CWJ, so we're lining up for the HBJ, and he also gets that first try. Nice and easy.
Nice gaming.
Nice gaming.
Yeah, MJ, a known Doppler hater. So we'll see how this Fantoon goes for him.
Unfortunately, don't really have an option in low ice as we get the first round fast. Yeah. I think he missed the first missile, so that's 9. Probably going to be a slow.
Yeah, honestly, you're not too upset about a second round slow here, since you want to be able to farm up missiles and health.
Oh.
Yeah, I think he should be able to do 2-2 super here and win the fight, but...
I think he's at 16, but I would also probably just do 2-2 just to be safe. The third round slow is a little bit more annoying.
Yeah, because this is just direct time loss. This is a touch scary.
It should be okay. Yeah.
Yeah, he's fucking nice. Now I'll see it for PapaSchmo. Does have one extra missile going into the fight.
Nice big health drops.
Yeah. Which isn't all that great, because you want to be able to get missile drops and then collect them at a timely point.
So 8. Gets I don't want to say it. I didn't even say it.
He didn't say it. We didn't say RAGHT SLOW.
Yeah, I think, especially for low percent fights, I think the right mid is the most comfortable pattern, at least for me. I don't know how you feel.
I agree.
Because it's really easy to time the shot.
Yeah.
Because you want to time the shot as he opens his eye, so all the flames are still on top of him, so your shot hits all the flames. And I feel like that's easiest with a right mid. Of course, PapaSchmo gets 2 right slows in a row. Again, for the second race in a row.
So many right slows. Yeah, that's actually because of the 32x32 sandwich projectile on enemy. What's the word? Enemy projectile. Like projectile on projectile collision that Super Metroid uses. Basically, the screen is divided into 32x32 pixel squares on a grid, and when the game is checking for projectile on projectile collision, if a shot is in the same grid as an enemy projectile, then it will be considered to hit. And if they're not, even if they're like right next to each other, but if they're not in the same grid, the grid square, then they won't hit. So that is why Fantoon eye shots sometimes suck on certain patterns. Also why Mother Brain 1 can sometimes snipe you from 30 billion years away.
It's a little bit scary for MGA. Didn't have the extra deboost health going across bowling, so had to get there in 2 deboost, but luckily was able to get there no problem. Also, I think Fantoon gave 6 combined slows. Because PapaSchmo, I think, got 4 slows, and MGA got a fast slow, if I'm not mistaken.
You might be right.
Which is kind of brutal, I gotta say.
Yeah, I'm genuinely looking at like a 1426 rev. 5. I doubted him.
Not too bad, given the Fantoon patterns.
I mean, 1425 is pretty bad for MGA. So. But I mean, fast, slow. Just not an ideal setup, but it's a race. The point is getting through, so it's fine.
Also, needs to be careful to not run into the crab here. Unless he cheats and uses pseudo screw. Then he can run into all the crabs he wants. As long as he charges another one.
Yeah, he can do 1 per pseudo screw, and then no more. PapaSchmo also does not have extra health for this.
A little bit scary. Didn't even do a deboost on that one. Or that one.
Ooh.
That's a little close, but we got there.
Yeah, got there in the end. Yeah, it does not take a death. We are continuing the run.
Yeah, the scary thing about deboosting is getting like a full deboost instead of a mini deboost, which again sounds good, but then you don't end up traveling very far before you take another spike hit, so it can be scary if you end up doing that. So PapaSchmo taking it safe, not doing any deboosts, and was a little bit early on his jumps, so the last jump was a bit tight, but still got there.
Yeah, got there at the end. MGA wanted to do Kraid second. The reason for this is so that we get the extra E-tank for LN, really. And then also the various suit for the gravity jump into Lower Norfolk.
Yeah, I believe this is slightly slower, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
But
it's less slightly slower than the new route, because you wouldn't get to have speed for Kraid either way.
Right.
So
the bigger issue is
the supers.
Yeah, you would need to farm up the supers for Botwoon so that you have a reasonable Botwoon fight instead of relying on your tiny charge beam. And it turns out Mini Kraid is very good for refilling your supers quickly, so doing this at the end is technically faster, but also means you won't have that E-tank.
Yeah. Basically, it means that if you mess up grab jump once, you're dead, and if you have a bad Ridley, well, your threshold for a bad Ridley is way low, well, way higher.
PapaSchmo got double 8 by the Vile Plume.
Shoutouts to Nebty.
Shoutouts to Nebty and the rest of Vile Plume.
Yeah, the VILE PLUME. Yeah, now about to be getting a high 5 as PapaSchmo will head into Kraid and MGA will be headed out of Kraid.
Yep. Did MGA break the tube?
Yeah.
Okay. Technically faster to do it now, since the trigger is on the left side of the room. So the powerbomb explosion has to reach there to reach it if you lay the powerbomb on the right.
Yeah, that is
more you know.
How Super Metroid works.
That's how left and right work.
Yeah, those are 2 buttons you can press on the SNES controller. Not at the same time, though.
True. MGA going to get his titular Ice Beam. Upgrade his charge beam damage from 60 to 90. Turns out not a lot when the late game bosses have health in the tens of thousands. Or, that's not entirely accurate, but more than 10,000. You get the idea.
Only 10,000. But
one and change. A lot of change.
5 digits. Decimal limits.
The point is, it's still not a lot. But it is enough.
Well, 1 would be enough, in theory. You just have like approximately 3 to 5 business days.
Maybe there a while with a 1 damage beam.
Yeah.
But hey, that's why that isn't a thing.
Yeah.
Well, if you want to make the ROM hack, I won't be playing it.
I'm so happy for you, because I also want to.
PapaSchmo gets his various suit as well. MGA making his way through Rising Tide. Shortly be headed down to Lower Norfair, which is where the real fun begins.
Yeah, a lot less Upper Norfolk content in this run, just because there's less to do. But MJ gonna take a little farm before he does his grab jump.
I'm not really sure what this farm is for. Supers?
Yeah, he wants to have 6, well 7, before he goes into Metal Pirates.
Right, just in case he gets 0 drops. Which would be devastating.
Yeah, getting the 0 drops from the 0 enemies he's farming between now and then.
Well, I mean, like 0 drops from the first Metal Pirate.
Oh, yeah, true. I guess he also wants to have something for Worst Room, because most people use some ammo there, for reasons I will talk about when we get there.
Sorry, I lagged out. Did I miss anything? Just a sick gravity jump from MGA.
Yeah, got him.
PapaSchmo is actually getting a 30 tank.
Yeah, this
hopefully,
is the ultra safe route. Hopefully, it doesn't get high jump. That would be bad.
Just killing the Sova and or Nova.
Yeah, right? Depending on your belief system.
Depending on your morality.
Where you stand regarding the,
I won't say which one is the moral option. You'll have to figure it out. If you know, you know.
Honestly, I wake up and I flip a coin to determine which one I'll call him that day. Yeah, due to the lack of speed, we use power bombs here. Now, Jaga's gonna do the certified boomer strat here. I've done this. This is fine, I think. We can make it work. Okay, nice. Now he's just gonna get up on this pirate and do a little IVJ. And gets up there just fine, nice. Just want to do a bunch of damage to the pirate, and then freeze it in the middle of the air, and then get up the room, you know? There's actually a couple of variants on it. But that is the one MGA chooses to implement. Let's go.
I'm sad I missed the worst room in the game strat from MGA.
Yeah, the Static 9 worst room. The old goat of stupid strats. Yeah,
the room grind champion, Static 9.
Real. The one who dared anyone to get a 220.
Did you see PapaSchmo take the time to kill that Sova and then not pick up the super?
I may have witnessed that, yes.
Alright, we won't worry about it anymore. It's fine.
Anyway, yeah, I'm just saving for Ridley because he has approximately a 3-year-long fight on 2 E tanks and needs to not die.
As mentioned before, not dying, usually a good strat in a race.
Yeah. I think
Actually, I only got one super from the first Metal Pirate, and then got one super blocked, so a little bit scary. Also, we'll have to do a bit of super farming for this Ridley, since it turns out each super is worth enough that you are going to farm for all of them. Super does 600 damage on Ridley, compared to your 90 damage beam shots.
Yeah.
You can do the math.
Also, missiles do 100 each, and power bombs do 400 for the double hit, or 360 if they're used as a part of a special beam attack.
Farm is not going well for MGA. It can go worse. Like, he's usually getting one per cycle, but there's a double. That's everything's instantly okay. Also, only entering with 4 power bombs, which doesn't really matter too much. I don't think he's going to use any power bombs on the fight.
No, you usually use a couple in the opener.
Well, just the ice shield. Or
oh yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so if the power bomb's double hit, that's 400 damage. The ice shield is 360, if I'm not mistaken.
Correct. It's 90 per shot.
Yeah.
It's actually the only special beam attack to not have a 300 damage particle.
Kind of fricked up if you think about it.
Yeah, Dear Force really just hated low ice runners.
It's the only logical conclusion. Also took a couple hits right out the gate, which is a bit scary. What? It's in a good rhythm now.
Yeah, so yeah, buckle your seatbelts. We'll be here a while.
Yep, each charge shot comes out at about... Well, you can... If you're shooting them optimally, it's 1 per second. It takes 60 frames to charge. Exactly, right? But obviously, MGA is a human, so the odds of him timing each shot frame perfectly are pretty low, so each shot is probably going to be charged for a few extra frames. Plus, there's situations like that where you can't exactly keep shooting at optimal efficiency because of where Ridley is on the screen and what he's about to do. So even with the extra ammo to supplement the fight, this is still around a 5-minute fight, if I'm not mistaken.
Record,
a little bit shorter than that.
Record's just under 3 minutes.
Oh wow.
By Overfiend. It's like a 170 something room time.
That's an Overfiend thing if I've ever heard one.
Yeah.
I guess the 10 Supers does speed it up a lot, but it's still usually closer to like 4 minutes. If I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, PapaSchmo getting up worse with an IBJ. Takes a flame hit at the end, but gets through regardless.
Of course, here's the scary part of, as you mentioned, not having supers for Metal Pirates.
Yeah, he'll have a great time there, I'm sure.
Oh, MGA. About 1.5 minutes into his 3.5-minute Ridley fight. A little bit further than that, actually. Ridley has changed color for the first time. I don't know exactly how many shots it is after the first color change before you can start using supers.
Somewhere in the 30 range. I don't know. I don't play this category.
Well, that makes 2 of us. Good thing we're commentating a low percent race.
Yeah, exactly. It's okay. Low percent is just like a rando gone really wrong. So we can just commentate it like it's that.
Yeah, really unlucky that MGA wasn't able to find any other beams. I'm kind of surprised he didn't go for any more ammo checks on the way.
Yeah.
Really want more supers for the Ridley
he's just
fight.
playing really high risk, high return, just trying to go and ease along the way, but not go too far out of the way.
Well,
It was really interesting how the icing check paid off.
oh, I think that super missed. Okay, it did not. We're good. Everything's fine.
Jay is done with Ridley. PapaSchmo is having his own Ridley fight with this metal pirate, getting warmed up.
You can get 2 per cycle if you shoot one diagonally up and then get your second shot in really quickly.
You know, I believe you, because I've done this.
Yeah, I have had to do this for the rando that will not be named.
The evil creation. Not actually. Oh, now he gets to do it again. Let's go.
Epic.
Anyways, the secret good part about only having 2 tanks for Ridley is now you can get a third right behind Ridley, and then you'll be at full health, leaving Ridley. And now you can go into Meridia on way better health.
Pretty sick. Does mean you'll have to skip the Botwoon E-Tank, but that is something the runners are capable of. PapaSchmo is now at the pre-Ridley farm as MGA is headed out.
Sure.
Plenty of health. Gonna take. Oh,
gosh.
that was scary.
This is
That was mean. I was really hoping the Key Hunter would jump to the right, but
yeah.
it did not do that.
Yeah, hopefully he doesn't take too much damage in frequency, because got three Key Hunters to dodge, and no real way to kill him at this point. I guess his beam could hurt them.
If he wanted, he could fight Ridley at the 3rd time. 3rd, 4th, and 5th.
Yeah, I guess that was the second Ridley fight. Oh, he gets the 1 hit.
Oh boy.
Oh, this is gonna be a great time.
One, damage to the other.
Ooh,
It's over the 3rd. He's gaming.
nice. Well done.
Oof.
Best success is moments away from shambles.
Well, that's the hard part of the rundown.
Well, yeah. Now he's
One of the hard parts.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, although Meridia isn't too difficult, it's definitely not trivial in terms of movement. There's a lot of tricky tricks you have to do, given that you don't have very many items that help you move around.
Yeah, generally the hard part of Meridia is straight on, and then there's a bunch of gravity jumps to move around. And then the ice clip as well. MJ farms to full everything. PapaSchmo on his Ridley fight as well. Getting the business taken care of. MGA is about to discover something fun about this room he's going into.
Well, you remember it. MrGuyAverage can't go this way. He doesn't have speed boost there.
Yeah. Doesn't have wave and spacer either. So you can't cheat.
You can't cheat. Referencing the old Aussie clip.
Yeah.
Is that allowed?
that's such a good clip. That might honestly be the only time you've ever watched Zelda. Because that clip's of an SMT3 race.
I know. The other person's in Nuclear Bass.
Yeah.
I watched it today, actually. I don't know why.
Today? Wow. Was it brought up in the MOP Rando Discord?
No, it was brought up on Eddie's stream.
Even worse. I'm sorry, I don't read it.
Wow. Eddie hatred on main.
real. I'm just putting on Eddie on blast for no reason. Completely uncalled for.
Well, anyways, PapaSchmo is probably only a few shots from the color change on Ridley. MGA has made his way to Meridia.
Also still has his missiles in the sink. No, in the faucet. Because they're on tap. I don't know. Hockey liked it, but I think Hockey said it better than I did.
Hockey says a lot of things better than most of us.
Yeah. Anyways, to answer the question in chat about PLMs, they're standing for post-load modifiers, and they're anything that can be modified post-room load, like speed blocks and bomb blocks and goal blocks. So you just shoot a bunch of off-screen shot blocks in the out-of-bounds area, and it fills up the PLM queue. And when the PLM queue is filled, it won't process the real PLMs. So you can just walk through them like they're air blocks. And yeah, that's pretty much it.
PapaSchmo used all his ammo, but Ridley is not looking very dead. So a little bit scary, because once Ridley gets below 25%, he'll start moving very quickly, as you may notice.
I think PapaSchmo thinks Ridley is dead.
But Ridley is very not dead.
Oh, no.
I don't know if PapaSchmo
is
saved.
very dead. But yeah.
He did save.
Yes.
Not as bad as it could have been then, but that's still very sad. We are doing Ridley again. Yeah, we didn't really talk about how MGA got up to Botwin in the first place. Had to do a few gravity jumps. None of them are too difficult. The harder one is on the way out, getting to Meridia Escape. By harder, I mean like a 2-frame window jump. Not that difficult, but not trivial. MJ also skipped that Botwoon tank, as previously mentioned, since he picked up the tank behind Ridley, has to do that. Also, PapaSchmo has to fight the Ridley defenders again, since he didn't have any supers on hand. Or only had one to open the door, I should say. So, oh my gosh, no supers. That's that's tragic. Yeah, there aren't any super fancy strats you can do on Dragon here in low percent. You don't have grapple to do the grapple kill, no speed booster, no plasma X-ray. So you're kind of just dealing damage with the other things you have. Saw MGA open up with an ice shield, since you can pretty reliably hit that on Dragon from the jump.
Yeah, you can just get ready for that. Now, just a lot of ammo farming and pseudo screws and charge shots.
How much damage does a pseudo screw do?
200.
Okay, I knew it was a weird number that wasn't your charge beam damage. Also, you don't have to hit her in the belly to pseudo screw.
Yeah, just anywhere in her hitbox will do for a pseudo screw. Yeah, generally the strat is just to get as much goop shot, so you have as many chances to get missiles as you can, then use them in maybe a pseudo screw.
Okay.
Nice.
MJ is getting health bombed, which is fine.
It doesn't really matter. He's gonna farm to.
Yeah, I guess he just farms.
Farms a super.
Botwini tank. Great.
I would think you just farm to farm a couple supers at the top of Maria, maybe a
I
little
guess
bit of health,
that's
and
better.
then ship refill.
Yeah, you probably just ship refill since it's a race. Well, PapaSchmo has made it back to Ridley. Doing a second ice shield. I think those all hit. That's pretty sick, actually. Do-do. Is it faster to go down that sandfall than reverse ice clip? Actual question. And up to if you know.
Oh, I wasn't pressing the funny button that makes me talk. But
Classic.
yes, it is faster to go down that hole rather than do botch and ice clip. That's because Zeus does it. Therefore, it's faster.
Wow. This is the tighter gravity jump I was talking about. See, MGA backed out of it immediately. Thought he pressed the jump button too early, and it looked like that was the case, but gets it on the next try, as long as he gets this down grab.
No, just one little bomb jump away from leaving Meridia.
Yep. As mentioned, he's probably just taking the ship refill. So we'll have everything nice and filled up entering Turian. Everything in Turian is fairly simple with ice, and then, of course, the Mother Brain fight is where things pick up again.
Yeah, there's a whole bunch of not really nothing burgers. They're Metroid runes are important, and then baby skip usually you just get grabbed, unless you're Simo. And
Sure,
then,
it's technically possible to Stashio skip with low ice equipment, but technically possible does not mean it's going to happen.
do you know how many charged ice shots it takes to reach the center of Mother Brain Form 2? The answer is 200.
I was going to say, is this a trick question?
Well, somebody asked in chat, so we should answer their question.
Well, it is 200.
Yeah.
Mother Brain has the same amount of health as Ridley. They both have 18,000. Unlike Ridley, though, you are using all your ammo in Mother Brain 1, so you don't have it for Mother Brain 2, other than one missile, which is basically the equivalent of one charge shot. So 200 shots. Or 199 in the missile.
Yeah. But it really doesn't matter. You just want the missile for leeway on Mother Brain 1 mostly. But MGA is in G4 at 42.5 something, so on pace for like a 52, 53, something like that. I don't remember how long low S Mother Brain 2 takes.
Once again, PapaSchmo is nearing the end of the Ridley fight, but I think Ridley's dead now, actually. Yeah, Ridley should be dead. PapaSchmo just needs to...
Nice.
There we go. Okay.
Yeah. Now I just do the hardest part, which is not get Ridley tank. Nice.
Nice. We skipped the E-tank. Don't have to do it again. Potentially.
It would be a tragedy.
Nice double supers. Even though now the bugs are desynced, so this farm sucks now.
Well, this farm just sucks in general.
It could be true.
He might be cooking.
Hold the hub. MJ getting no super drops from the first Metroid room and then leaving one behind in room 2. Need to make sure he has enough.
Yeah. He does need 9 hard.
I guess technically you can get by with 9 if you break the last door.
Yeah, gets 10.
Luckily room 4 doesn't grief MGA, so he has all 10. PapaSchmo is making his way out of LN. I know he knows the manip for the key hunters up from the save room, so I'm interested to see if he saves or not. Doesn't look like it. Fortunately, the key hunters are not in great spots for him. It's a nice little strat, though, to dodge the third one. Oh, MGA. Scaring me. Didn't actually have enough missiles to break the eye door, which unfortunately he needs to do, so
Yeah.
we are going to see him refill and then break that eye door and refill again.
Yeah, absolutely massive gaming.
Yeah, a death there wouldn't have been too costly, given how ahead he is and the fact that he saved at the ship.
Sick late refill, so he can be on 0-1 health for now.
Well,
I mean, he has to do it at some point, so I would say just do it now and don't poop your pants here, but who would ever do that? Okay, nice gaming.
Shot by PapaSchmo, dodging the first key hunter.
Okay, nice. Gets through. With more
he could have taken that hit, so it wouldn't have been the end of the world, but would have been a little scary going into this room. Fortunately, now PapaSchmo is right as rain. I would assume he takes the pre-speed farm as well. Farm up his health. Or not.
Yeah, looks like not. Because he does have 10 supers. Oh, he may have just remembered that that's where he's supposed to farm.
Yeah, it turns out he also doesn't have speed boosters, so going down to one of the lower farms is not advisable.
Well, at this point it might be faster. MGA doing the no angle down strat for that.
Honestly, once MGA messed up the first, didn't break the eye door and had to refill, would it not be better to just also break the first door and then have an extra super into the brain?
I don't think it saves that much.
I mean, it would still be slower, but you just do it anyways.
Just
what I'm saying.
Gaming. Yeah, I don't know.
I mean, Baltoon's not too scary. It's got enough health. Smile.
I believe. Here we go.
200 shot fight for MGA, but that includes the 4 from each ice shield.
Yeah, this is honestly one of the most stressful parts of low ice, and by one of the most, I mean, the most.
Yeah, it's pretty definitively the most, I would argue.
Yeah. Ridley you just don't have much. Well, you have way more leeway for Ridley compared to this. So.
You need all 3 E-tanks to survive Mother Brain's Rainbow Beam, and most of her attacks can do at least an E-tank of damage. Yeah, you get caught in all the onion rings that can easily do over 100. The ketchup will do at least 100. The other smaller attacks.
The 4 onion rings is 80. They're 20 a pop.
My apologies, but
I'll never forgive you.
Wow. But yeah, her smaller attacks will do not a full E-tank, but as mentioned, they'll get you in range of a full serving of onion rings if you get hit by one.
It's generally touted as easier to dodge Mother Brain's attacks without high jump equipped, though, so it does work out.
I don't know if I agree with that, but
that's why I said that you're generally touted, not it is the gospel truth.
Well, I'm a known contrarian, so
yeah, you're known for many things.
Mostly playing rando.
Yeah, well, yeah, not wrong.
We're all giving MGA silence so they can focus.
Yeah. Obviously, MGA is... Well, MGA might be listening. Probably not, though. MGA, if you're listening, you should pause your game just to say hi.
MGA, if you're listening, don't do that.
The angel and the devil in his ear. That's us.
What is going slowly awry for PapaSchmo?
Let's get it.
There we go. I'm not really sure how PapaSchmo ended up in that position. I'm not gonna lie to you.
You know what? I'm also not sure. So, here we are.
Oh, Mr. Super.
That's another super.
Yeah, I didn't see quite how the Batoon fight was for MGA, but...
Well, that makes 2 of us.
Glad we're both paying really close attention. Also, PapaSchmo was fighting Ridley at the time, so we have an excuse.
Yeah, that was gonna be my excuse. I think
Oof.
that was... Oh.
That bomb bounce was a little bit scary.
Yeah, I think that might have been around the time that PapaSchmo was having his Ridley incident. So we
I will say, I think dodging catch-ups is a little bit harder with how high jump, for sure.
It feels a little scarier, for sure.
Yeah. What you want to do is stay crouched, because when you jump while you're crouched, you start your jump a few pixels in the air. So if Ridley, or if Mother Brain is shooting her ketchup right at the ground like that, then you're technically propelling yourself a little bit faster away from it. So if you have boomer reaction times, that gives you a couple extra frames to dodge. It's me, I'm boomer reaction times.
Well, I thought you were, it's me, I'm non-low ice runner.
Both can be true.
But yeah, crouch jumping is generally good for this. Also means it's easier for the beam to hit Mother Brain rather than the ceiling. But MGA is done with Mother Brain 2.
Nice and easy. Not a single hit.
Yeah. Really solid run, honestly. Early game was a little bit shaky, but got through the boss fight fine. So that's really all you can ask in a race. Yeah, now pretty much MJ's race to lose. PapaSchmo into Dragon now. Yeah, assuming MGA is able to finish the race, you'll be taking the series 2-0. And yeah, that's how it goes.
MGA is a known old console hacker, though, so
See,
finishing the race is not a guarantee.
See, I didn't want to bring that up so we could just act like nothing is wrong. But I believe in MGA's console to last him 3 more minutes.
I believe in MGA's console.
Hashtag I stand with MGA's power supply. PapaSchmo is actually known to mod SNES consoles to have a USB-C power input, among other things.
Ooh, important question from chat. What if MGA misses a map tile on the escape?
Then I'm nuking his house from orbit. Glad you asked.
Oh my god. Well, for MGA's sake, hopefully he's nice and thorough.
Honestly, I think one of the most under-stratted categories that could be super sick to strat out is low percent Mapo, which is low items but 100% map. For humans, it's 16%, which is, I believe, low speed plus space and grapple.
Why space?
GT.
Oh, yeah. But can you not get the... Oh, yeah, you just can't get the 2 tiles anyways.
Yeah.
So you'd have to have space.
Yeah, then you should hard need grapple for Shack Tool because of how Pants Room works.
That is how Pants Room works. PapaSchmo's scaring me a little bit.
Yeah, this is
Dragon's trolling him a little bit.
It's a little shaky.
No,
No, you can't because the right side of Pants Room only has the little bit of right side Pants Room. It doesn't have the rest of the room in it, so you have to do it on the left side. And also, if you're crystal flashing, that's a lot more items. So
that is true. You aren't getting enough crystal flash ammo, so that's still a problem.
Yeah. The real strat is to do tasks, item load up, get X-ray instead of grapple and space, but that would require funny X-ray shit to get GT. So here we are.
That's 1 for the jar, by the way. Like how many times MM2 swears on comms in the tournament?
See, I was hoping you wouldn't bring it up, but here we are.
You know I can't let it go.
Yeah.
Somebody keep the counter going. It's at 1 now.
I'll keep 1 for you, which is it gets to start at 15 because I said so.
What? It's over for me.
It is actually over for you.
It's also over for MGA, who has finished in first place with an official race time of 56:51. Actually remembered to finish in race time this time. And will win 2-0 against PapaSchmo. I believe that pushes MGA to 1-0 in the group. That probably has a letter assigned to it, but I don't know which one it is.
It's Group B.
Group B?
Because MJ is the 2 seed in the tournament, so he gets the second group.
Wow. What a system. That makes sense.
Heck yeah.
See if we can get either of them in for a late night interview. PapaSchmo looks like he'll be joining soon. What's this? PapaSchmo? As PapaSchmo joins us for the interview. GG's. How you feeling?
Thanks. I mean, I don't know. First tournament race is I guess hard enough if you haven't raced for a while in a tournament, trying to get rid of the I don't know what do you call them, jitters or whatever. But you put that on top of racing MGA, and it was just all around. I was just trying to do well, and I felt like I did that sometimes, kinda. But I don't. Otherwise, I think MGA just prepared me for the rest of the tournament, so I appreciate it. And I see that you are now in voice chat, so GG's.
Yo, GG's.
GG's, MGA.
GG's both gamers.
Yeah, I'm just sad I didn't get to fight Mother Brain. It's one of my favorite low ice Mother Brain fights. One of my favorite for sure. So I'll just get better.
Yeah, well, I mean, you could have fought Mother Brain for me because I'm not, I'm not too keen on the boss fights in low percent.
Yeah, I died at Ridley once, and it just it just snowballed really
Oh, that's
hard right
unfortunate.
at the end. Everything was fine, and then Ridley went red and did some weird thing, and it just from there it was like, like Red Tower, like you just try, and for whatever reason just keep failing, and then
Yeah,
you die.
that happens to me too. I always know that I'm gonna take like at least like 200 damage on Ridley like towards the end. So I always try to play like the beginning of the fight really, really safe. Um, yeah, I always thought Ridley is a harder fight than Mother Brain, to be honest.
That's my opinion as well.
That's really funny because we were talking about how Mother Brain's harder than Ridley.
Hey, to be fair, we said it was more stressful. Not that it was
True,
hard.
we did say that rather than harder.
But
Yeah,
you
I
do
think yeah, Mother Brain I think would definitely is more stressful, especially when you're on a good pace right at the end of the run, you know. But yeah, I think like to do technically speaking, it's probably Ridley to complete quickly.
Yeah, I feel like I can handle Mother Brain better when she starts to go a little off the walls or whatever. When Ridley starts to go off the walls, it's sometimes you just pray a little bit while trying to deal with stuff.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, that is kind of how it goes. Ridley's just harder to optimize. Mother Brain is just you live or you don't.
Right.
But
But
yeah,
yeah, overall, good first race for me. I didn't you know, volley too much. I definitely did worse than I wanted to, but hey, I feel like that's every time. So I'm happy so far. I feel like I've got some things to practice, and on to the next one.
yeah. So MJ will be taking the 2-0 victory for tonight's match in Group B, and we will be continuing with the group stage. Got a I got a match tomorrow at noon Eastern, I believe. Telemorph versus Vibrant Colors, and then another match at 8 p.m. Glove versus Iron Rusty, and then another match at 11 p.m. Professor School versus Telemorph. So should be some excellent races tomorrow. I'm looking forward to it. And yeah, any last thoughts from any of y'all before we close this off?
Just shout outs to Inertia and everybody with that. The like seed picking all that stuff was pretty fun. It's a nice little interface there, and obviously all the thanks to the viewers and restreamers and hopping on comms. I really appreciate it. GG MJ.
Yeah, for sure. I really like the inertia layout and all that. I think it's really, really nice to use, and hopefully we get to use it for more tournaments. And yeah, just GG Papa. I wish you good luck on your future matches, and thanks for coming, guys.
Yeah, you too.
Absolutely. Any last thoughts, Dirk, before we end it?
No, not really. I'm excited for the rest of this tournament, and I wish both of our runners the best of luck.
Excellent. Thank you all for an excellent series. Thanks to Dirt for co-commentating this match with me. I had a blast. And thanks to everybody for watching this episode of the Super Metroid multi-category tournament. We will see you next mission.